This continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Geis. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And some room to work. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers going up top. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The left side completion to Jones. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
6 yards to go.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Rodgers again now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves of and the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And he's going to go down again. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. On first down, this is Geis. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
With the score, Packers 3.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And no more. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Check. Stop Mike 42, Mike 42. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We go. Don't get nervous.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he on the run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third down. Here's Haskins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Kyler Fackrell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now Rodgers running the option right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-task.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Rodgers. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. In the slot on the right is Graham. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And I think the ball's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Sweet 18. All day. All day.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Davante Adams. Incomplete. Landon Collins on the coverage.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Odell Beckham. As time expires in the first half, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On second down, here's Haskins. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Now Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away. And then Odell Beckham Jr. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. In the slot on the right is Graham. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game. And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Let's go. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now it's Haskins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Let's go. Come on. Mike 42. Hey. Hustle. It's free.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's Febrezey now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers going to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to float. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 42, Mike 42.
2nd down, Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now. Going to throw again. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3 down, 3 down. Let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Switch up, switch up. 42's the mic, boys, 42. 42's the mic. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On third down, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bet.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Geis, they'll try to run it, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Drops it to Jones in the flat. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Beckham complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey. 4 down. Mike 50. Oh, you got deep.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And Davis with it left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 4-2. Keep it up, defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mike's 42. Check tight end. Check tight. Check. 42's the Mike. Check. 42's the Mike. They can't hang with us. Mike 42. I'm here all day. Mike 42. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Mike 42. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 42.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Kill.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And you hate to say it for the rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. Haskins, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers throwing here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Haskins, he's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, the win moves them to